Hello everybody, this is Jonathan, and in this video I want to talk about people software in Haiku OS. But before I do get started, I just want to say thanks so much to 150 subscribers. It means the world to me. And I'm kind of new to YouTube, doing these new tutorials, and seeing 150 subscribers means the world to me. And you guys may say that it's not really a big number, but personally I love seeing 150 subscribers, because to me that is a lot of people, and it's quite hard to kind of get 1,000 subscribers. But anyway guys, I just want to say to you guys, thanks so much for subscribing, and thanks so much for liking my content, for liking the softwares I make and the games I make. It means the world to me. And yeah, I just want to say thanks to you guys so much. You guys didn't have to subscribe to me, but I'm very thankful that you guys did, because it just shows that you guys want to support me and kind of love my content on tutorials that I do on free and open source software. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so people, you guys may think of people as being like men and women together hanging out, going to a party or something like that, but in this case, people is just a simple contact database. So as you guys can see, an example for John Knox. I don't know if that's a real person, but that's apparently is his name. So this is John Knox. We can change his profile pic. We can give him what company he works for, his address, his city. We can give him what state he is in, such as Florida. We can give him a zip code. You can see what country he's in, such as United Kingdom. We can give him his email address. You can give him his home phone. We can give him his work phone. We can give him his URL and so on. And we can give him some nicknames, and we can put him inside any groups. So I'm going to show you guys basically how to use people. I'm not going to go through all of it with you guys. I just want to go through some basic features of how to use people, as it's going to be a new tutorial for new beginners. Okay, let's get started, shall we? Okay, to get started, I'm going to have to click onto the screen to get rid of a wonderful screensaver. Now enter a password. For me it's just 123. Okay, so when it got opened, but if you guys were wondering, then all you need to do is click onto the feather. Now go to applications, and then from applications you should find people, which is right over here. Click onto people, and now this should give you an option to add in a new person. Okay, so to kind of add a new person, we just need to fill in these fields, and then we can add in an image. And once I've done that, we can click onto save as, and then we can save where I want to see your person to. So I'm going to give you an example. This is a random example I got on hold on, I want to show you guys. If I go to the home directory, and now if I go to the people, then I should be able to open it just like this. And as you guys can see, there is some information here. So we're going to be creating something just like this. So he's an employee. We got his email address. He's from London. We know his city, which is 134. We know that he lives in Colorado, which is London. Don't worry about that. It's just something completely random. But as you guys can see, there's some random information about me. These are not true information, as you guys can tell. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so to get started, all guys basically need to do is fill in this form and then click on to save as. So let's go. So I'm going to show you guys as an example. So obviously we can change for image. So if we truly wanted to load an image, just do a left click, and now that should be a load an image, or we can remove an image. So for my case, I want to load an image, and now I want to basically go into downloads, and then from here I do believe actually, would it be in, let's go to desktop, because there's some images from there, and I'm going to load up the screenshot 1.png. As you guys can see, it has loaded up in an image. It could be an image of you, but it's just a random image, just to show you guys how to add an image. If you guys wanted to remove it, all you guys need to do is do a left click, and now click on to remove an image, and that should remove it. But I'm going to put it back up just to show you guys that we can add in an image of a person. So if I have an image of a person's face or the group of people, then we can indeed add their face over here. So that's how you guys will be able to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to start filling in some information. Just right click onto the box over here where it says name, put down their name. So for example, I'm going to put down John Page, just because it's a random name, and Page is quite common. And now for country, for company, I mean, we can say he's from Microsoft. So he's obviously from Microsoft, because he's so intelligent. Okay, we can say that he lives in 31 French fries, as his address. And now for the city he lives in McDonald's. So he lives in McDonald's city. A city for McDonald's. And now for the state, he lives in Colorado. For the zip code, it can just be a random thing. And now for country, I'm going to say that he lives in America. And for his email, we can obviously say that his email was that. There's something completely random. pingpong.com. His phone number, hold on. Sorry, I can't spell today for some random reason. His phone number will be something like this. And now we can give him a mobile phone number, and now we can give him a work phone number. I know they're different length, but who cares? So just an example. And now for URL, this can be his website or basically his social media site, such as his Facebook page or her Facebook page. It really depends, but sometimes, most of the time, URL normally means what website you are on, what website you have made about yourself. So for my case, I'm just going to put down www.jonathanpage.com. Okay, so we can obviously put them into any groups, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to fill in facts because I don't know what facts means. Please say so down in the description if you know what does facts means. We can put them in a group if we wanted to. So for example, we can put them into the employee group. So I'm going to put them into the employee group. And now for his nickname, if you don't have any groups, then all guys need to do is just click over here and just add a new group, so employee. And I should just save it to the database. And now I can give him a nickname. So for example, his nickname could be McDonald's Lover. And now if I click on to save, now click on to save, and now from here, guys will be able to save it wherever I want to. But in my case, I'm going to save it in for people's directory. Now click on to save, and now if you guys want to see, if you guys basically want to basically reopen it, all guys need to do is close out of it, go to home directory, and now go into the people directory or wherever we saved it to, and now go to Jonathan Page. As you guys can see, it has saved it to the computer, so we can see all of our information within here. If you guys wanted to add a new person, just go to file, a new person, and do the same way as we did before. If we saved it, then we go to save as and blah blah blah. So we can close it by doing that. So we can go to edit, we can copy some text, we can cut some text, we can select all. Configure attributes. I'm not going to go through that because it's a little bit more advanced, but if you guys want to experiment with it, that guys can indeed do so. But yeah, this was just a simple tutorial on how guys would be able to use people. I just want to say to you guys, thanks so much for watching, and if you like this video, put a like, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye. Also, thanks so much for 150 subscribers.